country a lot because I've come to realize that the more you talk about it, the more your brain cannot process it. Especially in a society where abnormalities have become the new normal. But when it comes to education, I speak up, and I think everybody should as well. Because education is the bedrock of every society. We have spoken earlier about how improper it is for young adults and teenagers to sit for a 6:30 a.m. examination. Now, there is a mass outrage of people saying, this same examination, we've all failed it. And the examination body says it's because of technical issues. Let me put this into context for you. This exam is written once in a year. That means that throughout the year, the examination body is preparing for this same examination. Not only that, the budget for this examination is 18 billion naira. That's about $11 million. There is absolutely no software that this examination body needs that they cannot afford. 2, this examination is a computer-based examination and is all objectives, meaning that you should be able to click the submit button and your scores will come out immediately. It should be able to show you your mark sheet. It should be able to say that the correct answer for this question is option A, but you clicked option C, and this is why you missed this question. But none of this happened for an examination that sits only once a year. So you're telling me that if people didn't make TikTok videos, 1.1 million students would have been out of university this year, all of their dreams put on hold because someone somewhere decided not to do their work. And then we complain that the rate of crime is increasing in the country. Yes, because people who are supposed to be in school are at home idle. This is not a technical issue. It's a choice. A choice that some people somewhere decided not to put in any extra care or effort into doing their work. And then the head of the organization comes on TV and is crying and people start clapping behind. And you ask them, why are they clapping? And they say, oh, at least this organization showed emotion, unlike other organizations. An abnormality made normal. Not only that, the Twitter handle of this organization comes out and tweets, man proposes, but God disposes. Come on. An abnormality made normal. Now, these students have been asked to come and rewrite this examination in the middle of another compulsory examination that they are writing. Again, putting your comfort before that of the students for a mistake that you made. Why the rush for an examination that expires after 1 year? For an examination that even if you pass it and you do not enter the university that year, regardless, you have to come back and write it again. For an examination that people have written almost 7 times. For an examination that people have committed suicide because they did not pass. Why are you putting your comfort before that of the students for a mistake that you made? All anyone is asking for is proper care and attention to your work that determines the life and future of children trying to get into the university. That is all. Go back to the drawing board and properly plan the examination. Dot the I's and cross the T's, ensuring that the systems that you've put in place work and not crying on TV. Thank you.
I think Enioluwa said everything that really, needs to be said. And the anyhowness in this country is just unbelievable. And even right now that they've had a receipt, it's been disaster. And I'm hearing that a whole truckload of, a bus full of children that went to write the exams is missing. And the way we have absolutely no respect for lives in Nigeria is just unbelievable. We don't respect life, we don't care. I think we go through this notion of we are so protected by divinity, that God is going to protect us, and we selfishly don't care about what happens to others. So when it's happening to others, as long as it's not happening to us, we feel that, oh, okay, yeah, it's just there. They're all protected. I think that's the reason why we keep seeing the things that we're seeing, and that's the reason why we keep being taken for granted on the way in this country and being treated anyhow, until and unless we begin to take ourselves important enough. And then when people do things, they're punished accordingly. We're not going to get anywhere. And most times you see that by the time something has been done, instead of there to be to ensure that the thing that happens never happens again, whoever it is pays for whatever it is that happened. We bring in tribe. We bring in all of things. People were asking for the resignation of the JAMB registrar. The next thing, people were talking about, hey, he's this tribe, he's that. They were bringing in tribe, they were bringing in religion, they were bringing in all sorts of things and all of that. I'm like, what's wrong with you people? I remember when Mesoma was said to have had issue. Right now, I don't, that Mesoma's case, I'm not even sure now whether that guy, that girl actually did what she did, or she was bullied into apology. Remember in Nigeria, they will tell you, go and beg, it's okay now, just let it go, let it be. And you come and take something that you did not do. That's one thing. I would rather die on that hill for me to accept what I did not do. Wallah, you go beat me. Even a small pikin, now except if you not beat, you go beat me. You go come and beat me. Tire, I will not. But there are a lot of people, because of pressure, they will capitulate. They will now go on and admit to something that they didn't do. Because right now, I don't know, with all this whole JAMB thing, that has happened. When Mesoma had issue, like I had to reply, Senator Shehu Sani, he brought in something that, oh, everybody makes mistake. Yes, the JAMB register, blah, 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 this. I said, Mesoma, uncle, did she not make mistake? Oh, we thought that when it came to Mesoma, humans were above mistakes. But now that it has come to the JAMB registrar, we suddenly remember that humans they are not above mistakes. I said, but that girl was punished. JAMB gave her that she cannot write JAMB for 3 years. It's very stiff punishment. And we all said, yes, that's the way to go. If you do the crime, you do the punishment. Now, JAMB itself has done something quite wrong. And instead of there to really be an investigation, instead of there to be punishments that are meted, all of a sudden we've turned philosophical. And we're talking about how making mistakes is part of human lives. Really? And this is what happened when you see the people will now continue with what they're doing. There wouldn't even be any change. Why would there be? Why would there be any need for a change when people can get away with things that the way they want to get away with it? It's just, honestly, it just so, I want to use the word annoying. I'm like, I've said it too many times before I'm known, but a lot of things are really quite annoying the way we did. And for me, the most annoying sets of Nigerians are the ones who think that because they suffered, others have to suffer. You are telling people during your time you wrote, during your time you were foolish. Yes, you were foolish. And you didn't speak up. That doesn't mean their time too they should be. We sat down, we accepted everything that was given to us. We accepted the suffering. Is that not why we are still suffering up to today? If we had spoken up when we were in our teenage years, when we were this thing, we probably most likely will not be suffering today. But we kept quiet. We foolishly kept quiet, and so we are foolishly suffering. And then we want the next generation to continue with that suffering. Oh, during my time, we did this, we did that. That was during your time. This is not during your time. During your time, you were not using phone. I remember they were telling us that our phone is only for big people. Even when they were telling us in Ghana here that ordinary people can hold phone, people in the market, bricklayers, cobbler, shoemaker, they had to were like, how can it be possible? Because 090 was sold. But are you not using phone now? Are you still saying there? I said that because you were suffering and going to queue at night, that you want to continue the suffering and queue at night? So why do you expect children to suffer the way you have suffered just because you have suffered? Wickedness? You don't want other people to progress because you haven't progressed. Haba. They are talking, you are telling people that JAMB. And if don't get me started. You guys don't even want me to be there. Let me just end this video because let me just keep quiet.